Alright guys, let's now shadow an idea of a scoop parry. So when we're in guard here and our opponent has a slightly longer hand, we can catch the hand and scoop. So we can scoop the arm out of the way. You can do this on both leads. We're going to use the rear lead. So I'm going to use my parry and scoop. As I scoop, I'm going to step my range to eat up the space with my up elbow. So I'm in guard, I scoop, and up elbow. I scoop, up elbow. Now, if I've scooped and I've gone up elbow, I've opened up a space. So I'm going to use my hook or hacking elbow. So I scoop, up elbow, and hacking elbow. Now, another good elbow option is as we scoop, so we've gone scoop and up elbow, you might think that you want to use the up elbow, but the up elbow gives your opponent to stick with his guard. So we're going to now learn a new elbow technique where we're going to come over and down. So we're going to come to the down elbow. The down elbow breaks the stick. I'll demonstrate this for you with Harry in a minute. So we're in position, I move, I scoop, up elbow, and down elbow. Another good option for our technique. One more option we're going to look at is as we scoop, we're going to scoop and we're going to use a spacer. So we use the spacer hand. Now what we're going to do is release the spacer hand and elbow. The scoop and the spacer is a brilliant technique because it allows us to have sweeps and counter knees and everything, which we'll learn later on, and I'll show you how to do them. But let's have a look at how this is applied now if I just grab Harry. Yo. So make sure you add this into your solo drills, but I'm going to move the feet. Now, if we get Harry this side so you guys can see, if Harry's guard's sitting a little bit long here, see, my hand's here, it's quite easy for me to catch the hand and scoop. So it's a scoop parry. If he jabbed and I cover here, I can scoop. So it's a scoop parry. I'm scooping that hand and sending it up slightly. That gives me this option that he's going to be striking. So I could do one of the two things. I could scoop and block. So if he fired his punch, I've crossed, then I can hook and keep at range. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop, and as I scoop, I'm going to step in with my up elbow to put pressure on him. Now you can clearly see here, there's this open space. So I'm going to come inside this space with my hacking elbow. Let's have a look at this from this direction for you guys. So I'm going to scoop Harry's hand and step up elbow. Now you'll see that there's the open space. So I'm coming into it. Now we were also looking at the down elbow. So we learned a new elbow a minute ago, slightly more advanced elbow. Let's have a look at this as an option. I've scooped and parried and opened up Harrison here. Now if I go for an up elbow, watch Harry as he brings his guard back. He'll stick with his guard. The up elbow, when I lead off the up elbow, is very hard for me to get inside his arm. Look, that would be my intention, to get, stay there dude, inside his arm. But the reality is, to get inside from here to here and beat Harry isn't going to happen. So this is where it's easier to come over the top and beat him by breaking the stick. Boom, and using the down elbow. So we go down elbow. So it's nice to scoop parry, open, and down elbow to break the stick. Let's have a look at the spacer option. We've scooped, but instead of step with the elbow, we space. So we're going to the long guard type technique. Seeing my shoulders up, hiding my chin. Now I've got space. Now if I keep pressure on Harry, he might want to come into me. So I feel the pressure into my hand. As I let go of it, his head will fall into that space. Boom, into my elbow. So there's another option for us that we looked at. So they're the options and that's how we apply them. Let's now put them on the pads. So Harry's going to scoop and he's going to hit an up elbow. See, so he steps in, bounces out, and scoops, up elbow, and back. Now watch, he scoops, up elbows, there's the space, hack, boom. You start to see how we're applying it. So he scoops, up, whack, and back. Watch now. Harry's going to scoop, up elbow. Boom. Now, he can't hit me with an up elbow, now of the other hand, because we just described about the stick. So he's going to go down elbow, boom, and he's going to beat the stick by coming over the top, getting his elbow in front of my wrist. So scoop, up elbow, down, there we go, lovely elbow. Right, made famous at the moment, everyone calls it a Haggerty elbow. Right, so he drops it, it's up, down, right. Now, let's go to a scoop with a spacer hand. Push the long guard. Right, he's got a space hand. You see, I've got pressure. If he lets go of that pressure, my head will drop in, he'll use a happy elbow, straight down. Remember, on previous videos, we learnt this, and we learnt how to stick with the guard. So, Harry scoops me, spacer hands. Right, now, I can go in, he can release the pressure, I can walk back, he can follow me and stick. I could follow him, he could step back. I press again, he lets go, and elbow. So scoop, parry, with a long guard, or a spacer hand. Yeah, great techniques. Now you need to put that in your shadow skills, or solo practice, so you can see it in the air.